Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another dispatch. Today is actually the day before I usually record. It's Saturday, and there's a lot going on in the world. Lots happening. And I don't know if you're going to be out there, but if you are, I might see you uh, out with the crowd singing Resistance. So maybe we'll make some impact on this day. Got to follow through. And tonight, I'm gonna go see a new documentary on AI doc. If you're not familiar with that, there's a documentary that Center for Humane Technology has uh, has been promoting about AI. There's a lot going on. And coming to the Denver Art Museum, The Stars We Do Not See, Australian Indigenous Art. Very excited to see this. It's now, gosh, 8 years ago. I was in Washington, D.C. to see this wonderful exhibition, Cezanne's Portraits. It was fantastic. And I was there with my friend Paul, and we wanted to see what else was happening in town. And at the Phillips was this exhibition, 9 women artists, Aboriginal, called Marking the Infinite. It blew me away. Some of you have heard me talk about it. It was just amazing, amazing. The power of those objects. Anyway, so this is coming. This is the largest exhibition of Australian Aboriginal work, I think, ever assembled or something like that. So I thought I would read a little bit about this. And we are recording, right? Volume, yes. So I'll be part of this. And yeah, throw in some pictures. So if you happen to be coming through Colorado or Denver, go see this. It's other places too. I mean, there are some other, I mean, in the States. I mean, and some of you aren't in the States. So wherever you are, who's involved in this? No, come on. I don't, it's in there somewhere. There's a bunch of folks. I mean, a bunch of museums. Should I, what do we got? Portland Art Museum. I think that might, the one in Oregon, Denver, Peabody, Essex, Royal Ontario Museum, National Gallery of Art. Maybe that's the one in Australia, I think. I think the largest, the collection is from National Gallery of Victoria in Australia. All right. It is impossible for any book or exhibition to fully capture the diversity and complexity of Australian Indigenous art. For many First Nations communities, not only in Australia but also around the world, art exists as part of a continuum where old meets new, materialities clash, and perspectives collide. Since long before the invention of the written word, First Nations people have transmitted important cultural knowledge through a combination of art, song, dance, and story. In Australia, the term language group is used to refer to the specific culture that First Nations people identify with. Prior to the arrival of the British in 1788, the continent, now known as Australia, was made up of more than 250 language groups and over 500 dialects, each with its own unique culture, language, and kinship structure. The breadth of First Peoples communities in Australia is profoundly diverse, yet despite each group's uniqueness, remarkable shared connections are evident. Australia is home to two distinct Indigenous peoples, Aboriginal people and Torres Strait Islanders. The broad term Aboriginal people is used to refer to those who have lived on the mainland since time immemorial, while Torres Strait Islanders refers to the different communities who occupy an archipelago of over 250 islands to the north of the Tropic of Capricorn. The island chain that makes up the Torres Strait Islands stretches from the northernmost part of Australia, far north Queensland, to the southern boundary of Papua New Guinea. Torres Strait Islanders remain closely tied to Papua New Guinea through their shared cultural connections and history of trade and marriage. Today, First Peoples is one of the several distinctive terms that is used to reflect the diversity of cultures and the ongoing sovereignty over land and seas that Indigenous people maintain. The longevity and accuracy of oral and artistic traditions across Australia can be credited to the ways in which transgenerational communication has been managed and codified. Stories are often rooted in visual iconographies in the landscape, such as song lines, physical and metaphysical pathways through the land, linked by songs that encode knowledge and cultural history, which are simultaneously passed both up and down the family tree, ensuring they remain consistent even with countless retellings taking place over millennia. Founded in 1861 in Nar, Melbourne, on the lands of the Wurundjeri Woi Wurrung people of the Kulin Nation, the National Gallery of Victoria is the country's oldest and most visited public art museum, and today holds one of the most significant collections of artworks by First Nations artists from Australia, NGV. As both a publication and an exhibition, The Stars We Do Not See, that's the name of the exhibition, has a singular goal: to showcase the extraordinary diversity and power of Australian Indigenous art and culture, as exemplified by the NGV collection, to an international audience. Where am I? There. This project celebrates the magic and creativity of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander art, the only art unique to the Australian continent, and recognizes each of these artists as innovators and leaders within the global history of art. The way the book is put together, let's see if I can show you. They have, can I do this? They have examples. Each entry is another artist and with examples of their work. And so we have lots going on in here. Oh, can you see? No, can't see. I'll try to make some good pictures. Got it. This. All right. All right. I can read. All right. Where are we? La 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 la. Many of the artists featured in The Stars We Do Not See have rarely been showcased in the Northern Hemisphere, and some have never exhibited outside of Australia at all. Despite this, each artwork stands as a unique masterpiece, representing some of the most iconic and important artworks ever produced in Australia. Mm, let's skip this, even though it's good. It's all interesting. But in Australia, there is an unbroken link that has endured for at least 65,000 years and more than 2,300 generations, seamlessly connecting every generation of Aboriginal people to our ancestors. That's a lot of generations. I mean, I knew my grandparents. Well, only on one side. I heard about some of my great grandparents. That's one, two, three generations. 23, 2,300 generations going back. Modern humans only entered Europe around 40 to 45,000 years ago, at least 20,000 years after Aboriginal people had already established their presence in Australia. In the time that Aboriginal people have been in Australia, continents have shifted, ice ages have come and gone, empires around the world have risen and fallen. To put this into perspective, Jesus Christ lived around 2,000 years ago, and the Roman Empire fell almost 500 years after that. British explorer Lieutenant, later named Captain, James Cook infamously first sighted Australia around 250 years ago in 1770. 6 years before the signing of the United States Declaration of Independence. The expansive time frame of Indigenous Australia is difficult to fully comprehend. However, its significance can be felt throughout the work of many First Nations artists today. I mean, I gotta say, there's something about that sense of continuity, lineage, of this creative engagement, this aesthetic creative engagement that I find helpful, steadying in the midst of so much instability today. Anyway, I just want to give a shout out or read. I mean, there's more. It's all very cool, but I'm going to pause. I'll put in some pictures. Come. Let me know if you're coming to Denver to see the show. Make a field trip of it. All right. Hang in there. I'm going to go paint. I'm going to go paint. Hope you're all well. Keep making stuff. All right. Take care. Bye bye.